Hello and welcome to Rushed-On Caravans and Motorhomes. This is a Sterling Elite and I'm going to show you some of the features and benefits as a recap reminder of what you have on board and how to operate. At the front of the caravan you've got an Alco stabilised hitch. We need to make sure that the tow ball is an extended neck on the vehicle and there is no paint or any contaminants like rust left on the ball. So this means that the gripping pads inside the hitch head can grip properly and reduce snaking. On this particular model you've also got Alco ATC, which is just there, works off the 13-pin connection and will act as electronic brakes. You don't need to do anything, but if it does lose control it will apply the brakes either side to regain control. If it's flashing green or solid green, you're good to go. If it ever flashes red or solid red, there's a problem and needs to be fixed. Inside here we've also got the gas cabin, so there's space for 2 gas bottles. Always better to use propane with vans like this, which is the red bottle, and this unit is sealed so no gas can leak inside the cabin. However, there are holes in the floor so any gas that does escape from the bottle can drop. On this, as we move around to the off side of the caravan, we've got the Aldi central heating exhaust, which is just here. We don't need to do anything with it, just allow it to do its thing. We've got our fresh water inlet just here. This is our battery and mains inlets, so your battery would fit in there and strapped into place. You've also got your mains and your motor mover isolator. As we move back, we've got our motor mover, grey water, and then our toilets. So this is where the toilet flush goes in, the pink or the green chemical. And then to take the cassette out, lift the orange handle, slide out. This orange tube comes round, the grey cap comes off, over the emptying point, press this orange button here, releases the air pressure. Put it all back together, rinse it all off. When you get back to the caravan, twist that one round there, bring this one back, and that's where the blue chemical, the breakdown agent, goes in. As we step in the van, we can turn on the system by pressing this button here. And we've then got lights, awning lights, and your entry lights just here. On this particular van, we have the Aldi central heating system. To allow water to flow through, we need to make sure we press this one here, and then we can come over to this side of the panel, turn it on, and this is the water heater and combi boiler, which will heat the room and the water. When you're onto that screen there, press menu, and as you can see you've got the temperature. The next one is the water boost function. The next one is the electricity power source, and you can use 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, and the bottom one is for the gas. You can use it on isolation, so you can just run it off the electric or the gas, or you can use it into combination. You can also go into these settings just here and set it up for timings to come on during the mornings or evenings, and go from there. To press menu goes you back to the screen. In the middle of the summer, because it's a combi boiler, you'll probably want to have hot water but not heating in the room. If you turn the temperature at the top there down to 5 degrees, that will still allow water to warm up. Underneath the offside front bed is your mains consumer unit. We've got a system shutdown button just here. At the moment it's pushed in, so power is coming through. In winter we can just pop it out and no power will come through to the van. We've then got a reverse polarity if the battery was fitted in correctly. We've then got an isolator for the charger unit, so because we're plugged into the mains it's lit up, and that will allow the charger system to work and trickle charge the battery. It will also allow it to work on the car if you've got the right connections. The next one is the heating and hot water electric isolator, and you need to make sure that's on if you do use the mains for the heating and hot water. You've then got trip switches and fuses as well as over here you've got your yellow flap here, which is your water disposal unit. So if you lift it up, all the water in the caravan will drain out. Flip it back down to keep water in the caravan. You've got your Aldi boiler, which is that grey panel just there, and you've got your motor mover control box. With the fridge freezer, turn on using this one here. We can then choose the mains, the gas, or the car battery. They're all automatic ignition. If they do fail, the fridge will beep and it'll indicate what the problem is. So mains there, gas, or the car battery. Because there's no car connected, that's the audible sound to indicate that there's a problem. To change the temperature, press this button here. If you need to reset the fridge, hold this one in for 3 seconds. With your hob, oven and grill, you need to make sure that this lid goes fully up before any gas will flow through. You then got an electric ring as well as 3 gas ones, and then you've got your grill and your oven underneath. Microwave is a mains only fitted microwave by the dealer or the manufacturer, and it is vented, so it does not need to be taken out whilst travelling. The only thing that we would suggest is to remove the plate whilst travelling, and placing it somewhere like that will stop it rattling around and smashing. As we come round, in this first cupboard you've got your freestanding table, which is just there, and we've got our Aldi central heating reservoir. This reservoir is full of antifreeze, which gets hot. When it gets hot, it expands. You'll notice that the level is just above where it says minimum, and on that basis, that as it gets used, it gets hot and will expand. So that's why the level is what it is. You've also got your aerial, which is just there, multi-directional aerial, so you can change the direction of the aerial and change the height and the direction to be able to pick up the best signal. Just remember to bring it back down when finished. With your toilet, you've got the flush, which is the blue button. You've then got this light here, which will light up when it's time to empty. You've got a grey catch underneath here. Push it towards the rear wall to open. Use the flush. Bring it back into the middle when finished to stop any smells coming up and to allow you to pull the cassette out when it's time to empty. You've then got plenty of storage and your vanity unit there, and you've got a little catch just there to keep the door in place, open like that, whilst travelling. And that is the Sterling Elite. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask.